Welcome to my live today. We are continuing with this Taste Life kitchen, and here are the things we made last time. A little picture and some I forgot the names of those. Little table, another little table, and a fridge, some oranges, and I think it's a little sausage. So I hope that the sound is good and that you all can hear me. And I will start in a minute. I'm just giving you all time to come on in and watch what I'm doing here today. I hope my stream is working for you guys. Hello everyone. So we are continuing on this little house, on this little kit today, but I'm told here that my live feed is not that good, so please tell me if everything is working fine for you guys. I hope you can see me and I hope you can hear me well, even though that it is telling me there is some kind of bad connection. I'm the only one in the house right now, so it really should work, and I really don't know if it's working because my husband isn't here. So please, please, please tell me in the info box, in the chat, if you can hear and see me. Otherwise we will start in a second on this little thing. I hope I can do a lot today, because next month I have a problem with making it, as I am going to a birthday that exact day where I am live streaming. I can see and hear you. Oh, that's good. And welcome to my live stream. Anyway, we are, as I said, continuing on this little box here. And these small things lying here was what we made last time. Well, the little fridge is as it is, so that didn't actually count in this one. But we made these small details here last time, and today we will continue. So let me just put the small things here that we made last time to the side so that I don't lose them. And let's get to the box and see if there's something in here for today. I'm pretty sure there is, because we are still in need of a lot of things to do here. I found out last time that this piece here, this piece right here, is going to be a wall piece for the floor. It's this back wall here. So I cut out a piece of wood that fits this wall piece and that isn't having all these holes inside of that. And I was wondering, where is the floor piece? But that's this one, again with a lot of holes in there, and this is supposed to keep the fridge standing, and I don't trust in this little piece. So I again took a piece of wood and cut that so it fits perfectly to this piece, so we can build the house itself now with the pieces that we have here. Let me put that to the side. So let me open this little booklet and see what we did make and what we didn't make. We made the little sausage. So we are here with the mitten, and I have a lot of small details in this little bag, and I have a few things in this bag that we are going to need today. So for the mitten, let me take back this piece here. It's right here. Let me take that to the side. Where's my knife? And I am going to cut these small things off here that is keeping this little mitten into place. So I'm just gonna pop it out if I can do it. There we go. So I am needing my booklet. I will have that line here so I can see it. Try to clean up a few things. My sandpaper, so that I can just give these small places here where it was connected a tiny bit of a sanding. And then it tells me to color it in yellow, but I'm not sure I want to give it yellow. I think that's a weird color for a little mitten. It should be a darker color, a blue or a dark green or something. So I think I am going for a darker color. So let me see. What about a dark green? We have this greenish color, so I think maybe a dark green. And for that, maybe using my little paint palette here will help a tiny bit. And I need a baby wipe here to clean it off when I'm done. There we go. Taking the paint here and popping a tiny bit of the paint on there. I might have to mix in a tiny bit of blue or something, because I think it might be a bit too green for me, and all my paint is standing here behind me, so it's a little difficult. Oops, that was a lot of blue. Let's see if we can do this anyway. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of that and pop it to the side. And just mix in until I like the color. I think that's a nice green color. Let me take my tweezers here to hold this little guy while painting it. I'm making sure that the edge here has enough paint on there, because I don't want it to be visible that it is actually a wooden piece that has been what's the name? Laser cut. There we go. So that's a little mitten in a nice color. I'm just gonna place that here to the side and clean off this little paint palette. And I don't want to clean my paintbrush here yet, so I'm just gonna clean it as good as I could in the baby wipe. So that is good enough for now. So for the little mitten, they want me to take one of these flowery thing here, these, and they want me to cut off these ends here, but they're all green yellowish thingy. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. It says around 10 millimeters. So there is more than enough. I'm gonna go triple the size, just because I can. So they want us to save these and actually cut them really close to this little thing here, because we need them in the little dish that is right here later. So I'm just gonna do that right now. But this little string is for the mitten and it is drying, so I'm just placing it over by the mitten, which you can't see here. I hope that's okay. So, how is everyone doing? I hope you all do right and good. I'm a little stressed out for the time. My husband got fired, but he actually got a new job now, so it's all fine. But it's a weird situation to be in. It's not like he didn't do his job well, but the company he's working on is closing down that part of the company where he is working. So everyone there got fired and everyone needs to find a new job, and it has been a bit stressful. But anything else here is quiet and going well. So they want me to make this little box here for the utensil. That is this one, but I was thinking of using this little straw here because I like the translucency of it. So I am going to take that one instead, and I can see here how tall they want me to do it. So I just go here and cut it really carefully. I hope it isn't too crooked. It's a bit crooked. There it is. Just put that in the garbage can. Sorry about that. So that I have this little tube for it, because I really don't like that one. If I wanted to, I could put this little piece around it. I could do that. Let me see. Let me cut that out and see what we're going to do with it. If I'm going to do it. Go back to the page where I was, so I know what to do. And then cut out this little thingy here. I need to do a little more neat job for this one. There we go. I think that's better. And with these things where you have to curl them around, I normally take them and kind of drag them over the edge of my scissor, because that is going to give them kind of this rounded feel to it right away. And then I can see that it does not fit all the way around here. It will be too small. But I also kind of like that it is this see-through tube we have. So I'm gonna stay with that one. And now they want us to take the small utilities and put them in there. And they were here in this floor piece. So again, I'm going to take my knife and cut these small gibbers that are keeping these in place here, like that. Pop them out. Come on. There we go. My sandpaper. This is actually just a nail file thingy that I got from AliExpress, and it is working really well. I like it a lot. So I'm just gonna give it a quick sand where these small gibbers are. There we go. I like that. Then I have this silver ink paint here, and I am going to use that for painting these ones, because I think it would look better in silver if I can open it. It's always really stuck on there, and I need to shake it. Sorry about the noise. So I am, again, I need another baby wipe here for this. So I'm just taking this little paint palette and popping down a tiny bit of my paint here, and taking one of these small things here, and then just give it the silver. And now I have some fabric in there from the baby wipes. Let me get that rid of that. And then I can easily cover this burned wood thing, because that doesn't really look that nice with this burned thing. Then give that a few seconds to dry. Let me see if I can put it on the side here. Come on. There we go. And then this little spoon also. Painting this silver. I don't know how the weather is by you guys, but here we have had really a week with heat and a lot of heat, and we don't normally have that here in the fall time. Now the last 2 or 3 days have been cooling down a bit again, and that's really nice because it was way too hot for me with around 40 degrees in the sun. So I'm happy it is cooling down again. I need a tiny bit more of the silver. Just making sure I have enough for these small cutleries here. Oops. And this way we don't see the burned edge and all like that, because these burned edges, they are actually telling their own story on a little scenery like this, and I don't like that. I like it to be more realistic looking. So again, I'm just always getting paint everywhere when I'm painting, and this paint is an ink, so I like to get rid of it fairly quickly. And this ink is actually drying really fast, so I really love it. And then this little tube again, and you just, whoops, place the little cutleries into the tube. Actually, it didn't look that tall on the picture. Here you can see it's not as tall as this one was, so I think I am going to cut off a tiny bit more of this tube here, just to make sure that you can see the cutleries when they're standing in there. Let me try that out. They still hit the table, so I'm again cutting a tiny bit off. If you cut too much off, then you have to start over, and I don't want to do that. And now it got crooked, so I'm trying again. Yeah, that's better. Getting rid of those small pieces, and let me see. It's crooked, but the height is so much better. So let me see, where is it? It's over here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm not sure I'm going to glue these in place yet, because they are going on a little table, and I want to be sure that they are looking right when I am putting them on there. So this is the little thing with the cutleries in there, and they're actually going to look like that. I think that turned out really neat. Let me place that here to the side. Good. So that was that one. Let's see how the mitten is doing. Still not all dry, so let me place that back there. Leave that until it's all dry. This little thing here, oh, I lost one of the green? No, it's here. So I have them. Let me see if I can get that into the focus of the camera. So we need this little thing here and some kind of gold wire. That is this one. All the greens of these, I think that is actually for making flowers. Let me take these out, we need those as well. Ah, come on out. There we go. Put that to the side, and then I need these 2 small beads here. So I'm going to find those. And there's 3 in here, so that's fine. No, there's 4. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's why there's 4. There is only 3. There we go. Oh, and I need a wire cutter. Whoa! So they want me to trim this edge here to a smaller edge. Let me see if I can do that with my scissor. Oh, that's easy. And I'm trying to do it nicely. I always think that this cutting edges like that is a bit difficult, because I want it to look good, but it is often kind of uneven. Yeah, I see I have a corner of something there. Let me put them to the side. Try with a piece of sandpaper to get it a little more interesting in the shape here. So you guys are very quiet today. There we go. I think actually that looks really neat. Let me put that away. So I need 2 pieces of, 1.5 centimeters. So that's around here. That's a good part about having these mats here underneath. You have the measurement right by your hand. And I'm using this one to measure. Uh-oh, stay put. So, this little bead goes on this wire, and then whoa! That was almost ruining my computer screen. Whoops! I'm happy it didn't broke. I'm just, whoops, going to try to do it with this little one instead, and now everything is jumping apart. And then pop the bead on again. I know I'm used to small things, but this is really, really tiny. And they should supposed to be equal size, these small pieces here. They're not. So I think I am going to cut off a tiny bit here on this side, so they match a bit better, like that. And then the other one, let me bend this one first. See if that works. Pop the bead on. There we go, and then bending this other side inwards. Ugh. It really don't wanna. It really don't wanna. And again, this first one is a bit too big, so I'm just gonna cut a tiny bit of that one. Getting rid of that little piece of metal. There we go. So that is the handles. Let me put this back so I know where it is. So these are supposed to be glued here onto the little thingy. I think I am going to take my super glue for that. I like the super glue gel because I feel that I have a little more control when it is the gel. So I'm just gonna pop in here a tiny dot of super glue gel on each of these metal wires and then stick it on underneath. And I don't think they are actually hitting the plastic. Let me put a tiny drop here on the bead as well. See if that will do. And I'm just gonna hold it there for a few seconds. So you don't have anything to say to me today, anyone? You are so quiet, and now I think I glued myself onto this. Oh no, I did. How am I supposed to get that on there? I'm gonna try one more time. Some of these how-to books here are these kits. They have some really difficult things to do, and sometimes I wonder how they did it themselves. But here and there I actually managed to do something right. So let me take the other one. And yeah, let me use the pliers here somehow. And just pop on a dot of super glue here. And popping that on. And hope that will stay in place. Just waiting for it to dry. Watching you work. Yeah, and it is something today. I really want to make the house itself, but I also feel like going step by step on this little guide here for once, because I'm normally not good at working step by step at a guide. So I'm trying to do that, even though that it is killing me not to make the little room and putting the furnitures in there. I really want to do that and see how it's going to look. No, you need to stay put. Come on. Ah. I'm trying one more time here. Come on. One side worked, you will work too. Come on. Wow, this really don't want to glue at all. Let me leave it there for a second and see if it works. I can take these flowery things here and cut the green off, or it's more yellow than green. It looks more green on the pictures that you can't see right now than these are in real life. So it says to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I'm gonna do that. 4, 5, sorry, and 6. I'm gonna save this all at the side because I don't know if we need it for something else, and I'm pretty sure we do, so I'm gonna leave it there. See if this has glued. It did, yes. So now we need to glue these into the pan. I'm thinking of tacky glue. And now we need to get the lid off here. I hate that. There we go. So I'm just gonna pop some glue in there. Take one of these and pop in there. And they want us to put them in one end of the little basket here, or I don't know what they're called. So I'm just gonna use a tiny bit more of the tacky glue, making sure that they are all glued down where I want them. That's a tiny one. Popping that down there as well. There we go. Put the lid on. I'm placing it here by the side where it can stand upside down because it's almost empty. So it's gonna stay there. So they want me to cut out a little piece of paper and glue on the side of this little dish, but I like it as it is, so I don't want to put that paper thingy on there. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Now the little mitten has dried, so I can pop the little thread here through, if it's possible, through this little hole. There it goes. And then they want me to do, yeah, just to put it up like this. I think they want me to glue it to something. Let me see. It is hanging here under the shelf, under this shelf, I think. But there's a shelf over here. We didn't do that, so it's only the hooks. And actually the picture shows it like it's going all around and having a little knot, but I can't do that. Maybe I can glue it like that and then hang it later. So just to glue it on there. I'm gonna do that. Again, I'm gonna use my super glue here. Just popping a tiny bit of that on there. And I'm gonna place this one into the super glue as well, like that. Then I will show you in a second. I can clean up a tiny bit here. Oh, and cheers. I think that's it. So there it is, the little mitten. That actually turned out really neat. Let me show you closer up. There you are, the little mitten here. And I glued it on here on the back side, so I want to hang it so you don't see that side when it is all done. And here is a little dish. I actually think it turned out really neat. And back to me. Okay, put that to the side. Let's see. Then they want us to take a plate, and I have that right here. And some pieces of bread and a cheese. And I'm gonna take everything out here. Come on. Work with me. And this one. And whoops. This one. And pop that back in there. Okay. So one thing at a time. They want me to take one of these plates here and glue this ugly cheese to it. I am not gonna do that. And they want me here to take 4 pieces of the bread, the smaller ones. And they want me to glue these pieces of bread into a basket, and I really don't like these pieces of bread. And the basket, I don't know either. And then this one is supposed to be cut into a tiny bowl, and then you cut this one up and make kind of an is that a dessert or something in there? I think I'm gonna do that because it reminds me a bit of an egg piece, so I'm gonna make that one. So let me make this little bowl first. They want me again to cut the edge off. I really hate doing this, and I don't know why they don't do it from the fabric. Why we have to do this. Because this piece looks kind of custom made for this little box here, so anyway, I'm gonna do it, and I'm trying to do it nicely. There we are. I think that's pretty okay. And then they want us to chop this little one up and pop it into the little bowl. And I think it looks a little bit like an egg salad, so I am gonna do that, even though that I don't like this bread. So I'm just gonna try to chop. Oops, that went flying. So I'm trying to chop it up really fine without cutting myself, please. Because I think the finer I can chop it, the better it will look in the little bowl. But this really reminds me of a egg salad of some sort, some kind. And yes, words are hard today. And I'm just gonna, whoops, keep on chopping this and hoping it's not going flying everywhere. I think this is starting to look good. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Then I am going to take my tacky glue again and pop a tiny bit of tacky glue into this little ball, or a lot of tacky glue into this little ball. Whoops. And then we are going to drop all these pieces in there and see if I can pop it into the glue here, because I want it to stay in place when we are done with this little project, so that it doesn't go all over when I'm moving the little project around. I think I need a tiny bit more glue, and popping that in there. There we go. Let's see if I can get more of this in this little salad thingy. For me, it's an egg salad. It is not easy to work with this. See if I can pop a few more of these in there, because I see a bit of the glue. I know it dries translucent, but I am just gonna fill this up as good as I can. There we go. I'm gonna leave the rest. And that is a little bowl of eggs, I think. I don't know if you can see that. It's looking a little white right now because there is a lot of glue in there, so the glue needs to dry before you can see that really good. Let me just clean this up. There we go. Clean my tool, put that to the side. So anyway, I had, oh, there it is. So we was supposed to glue this little ugly cheese here to this plate, and I really don't like that little cheese, and I don't like the bread, so I have been working a tiny bit off camera. This is still not bacon, because I wanted to make the cheese so you guys could see me do it. The bread, I have this little bread mold, and it's fitting pretty well for the size of a bread here. And I have texture in the mold, and then I'm just using a piece of clay that I made texture in to texture the surface of the bread here. So when I pop it out the mold, it has texture from the bottom of the mold and the texture that I just gave it. So it's textured on all sides, so it looks really nice. I have a video for how I make this mold somewhere out there. I will see if I can find the link after I'm done here, so I can put it into the info box below. For the little cheese, I rolled out a piece of clay. We don't need those. And I see it's actually not that tall, so I am going to put that double here. That is rolled out on the biggest setting on my pasta machine. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Then I'm just gonna take this little cheese and I am going to cut out a shape that matches the little piece that we got in the bag. And this is just rest clay that I am going to put back into my box with my yellow clay. And I am going to take a dotting tool. You can get dotting tools in all sizes, and yeah, much better with your own female bread and cheese. Yeah, I hope so, because these bread is they look like eggs. Shaped wrong and with the wrong colors on the outside. I don't like these. And this orange is really weird in a piece of cheese. So I'm just going to take my dotting tool, and I have two sizes here. And I'm just going to give my little cheese dots, indents and stuff like that all over here where I want them. And remember the sides as well, because if you don't give the sides a few holes, it will look weird. So that was a big ball. Now I am going to use a tinier ball on this dotting tool, and I am again going in here and making few dots with the tinier one to make this little cheese look a little more realistic. I think that actually is so much better. And again, you just decide yourself how many of these small dots you want in your cheese. So again, I am going to show you that a little closer. So that's the bread. You could do some coloring on the sides with some soft pastel, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I can't bake it yet. So I will bake that off screen and make a tiny video of putting these in later. And here is the little cheese. I actually think it came out really neat. So I'm going to put that to the side, and then I will bake it when I have the time for it tomorrow. And then we will be putting it into the little house here. And I'm gonna put these cheese and bread back in the box here, or the bag, because I am going to save them if I want to use them for something else. I'm not sure I will. Oh, I forgot the cheese. But I'm gonna put that in there, and the plates as well, just so I know where they are for now. Then we are supposed to make this little, this little basket here for the bread. Again, I think I am going to make that out of clay, and I'm going to show you that in the video where I am putting the bread and the cheese in there, because I need to soften the clay to make the little tray here, or the little basket, and I don't feel like sitting and softening out the clay right now. So I will do that in a video instead. So we have this little floury pot that's actually right here. There's two of these. Does it say that I need both of them or one piece? It says one piece. Let me just quickly look here in The picture is right there. And it's only one of them. Good. So I have the little blue piece. And then they want me to use some flowering. Oh, I'm so happy they put that into a bag for itself, because that is normally all over in these small bags. So I hate that a lot. It doesn't want to stand up. But there we go. Again, I am going to find a little of this. I hate working with these dry things because they are kind of falling apart somehow, even though that you work with them really, really carefully. Let me cut this off. See if I can get it out. So that looks kind of weird. So they want me to glue that in there. Let me turn it around. Something like that. Let me find a tiny bit of another stick here to put in there. Didn't I cut that? That's a tiny, tiny one. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in here. I hate this stuff. Now I have it all over. Okie dokie, super glue and tweezers. So let me see how to do this. I'm just gonna pop the super glue here onto the little stem here, I think. And then pop that in the little bead. See if I can get this little one in there as well. I don't think that's possible. It's too small. Nope. And it fell out. Let me see if I can use this one. It should be able to go in there. I think it's there. I think it's working. So here is the little flower. Oh, and I forgot to put it back. I'm so sorry. Here I am. So that's a little flower. So I'm gonna put that to the side as well, carefully, so I don't break it again. And then I am going to clean this up. There we go. Just because I like my work surface nice and clean when I am doing stuff right here. This way I don't contaminate something that we're working on. So that was the little thing here. Next page, they say how tall it is. I think that's about right. Now they want me to make these small baskets, so let me see what we got left here. So they say a 15, 14 and 11. Let's go back here. 14. So the small one is 14. The big one is 15, and then I should have one from here. Did I save that somewhere? Yes, it's right there. Teeny tiny circle. So that's A11. That's this little one. It's almost size correct in this little book. What did I say? This one? Where's my knife? Gonna cut that free. Let me put this to the side. See if I can get it out. It's really nice stuck in there. Come on. And then they want the center of the big one here. I'm just gonna clean this up a tiny bit. And then this one. There we go. Pop it out. Put that to the side. I have to go into a meeting, hopefully won't take too long. Excited by watching the live stream. Okay, I hope to see you later, Liz. Oh my gosh, long meeting, I have missed so much. I'm so sorry. But I'm happy you're here. Oh, I needed this ribbon here as well. I think that was the ribbon. Let me just make a quick look here in the little booklet. Oh, we need so much. Yeah, this one. This one is going to go back in the little bag. For those who just joined, we made this little dish here. We made the little plant in a little vase. We made the little mitten. We made this little thing with the tools in that is gonna be glued on the table. And we made the egg salad. And then I made a little cheese that I'm going to bake, and some breads that I'm also going to bake and show you in another video, because I'm not going to bake right now. So this one is going to go here on this and go around it. Ooh, I think I need my super glue for this. Me too. And this is gonna take its time, but we're gonna do this. Pop it in the glue and hope it dries quickly. I got a little too much on there, I think. Come on. So many small details in this little tiny kitchen room. But I kind of like it. It's fun. So we're hoping this will grab really fast, and I just want to see how long we have been live. Oh, almost an hour. And I wanted to make the house today. Well, we will see when I'm getting to that one. Next month, that will be in October, I'm supposed to go online the third Friday in October, but I am invited to a round birthday there, so I won't be able to make it. So I will go and try to make a little more on the house and put that up that week instead, so you can still see a little more of the house being built, and I can show you how to make the little tray that I'm going to make for the bread. And then in November I hope we can do the rest of this one, put the house all together, all of us. Let me see, I need to cut this one around here. There we go. Again, taking a tiny bit of my super glue and popping that on the rest of this. And there we go. So just make sure it is gluing before I will put this to the side. There we go. That turned out really neat. So now the big circle and the small circle, and these are going to be so fiddly to do, but we are going to try. So I am just putting a tiny bit of glue here on the first half. Make this ribbon work with me. Place it in the glue. There we go. Just keep it there for a few seconds. This is a bit difficult because it's so tiny. Again, sometimes I don't know how they manage to do these small things, and how they think we are going to be able to do them as well. Let me just put a tiny bit more of glue on here. And try to stick the little wood piece into that glue. I think it's going pretty well, even though that it is so tiny. There we are. Now I can see where to cut it. It's around here. And I can glue the last piece here. Like that. Put the lid on this so it doesn't dry out on me, and then close this little bucket off. Or basket. I think it's more like a basket than a bucket. Just holding it there. So interesting. So very interesting. So we are going to make some fruits to put in these small baskets here. That turned out really neat. And now the small one, I really don't like to do this tiny one. I'm afraid of getting stuck to it, so I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of it and then pop that into the glue and hold it there. Whoops, I think I got a tiny bit too much glue on there. Well, I hope you guys have a nice day. Here you can see it's getting dark outside because it's evening here. And yeah, everything is quiet because I am home alone. My husband is to a birthday party for men only. So I had to stay home, but that was perfect for me because I wanted to go live together with you guys anyway, so it is fine. But it's also very, very quiet. Cut this piece here into the length. I'm going to save that last piece because I might have to do a little more like this another day because I think this is awesome. It would be nice to find a place where I can buy this little ribbon here because it really looks like something for a little basket, so I really would like to get a little of that. And now I need to make the closing of this little one. Oh, and I'm stuck now. So the end piece here is looking a tiny bit weird. I might have to cut off something here just to make sure it looks better. I think that's better. There we go. Put that back. Then they want to use 4 of these one. Oh, I missed one in the back here. I didn't see that before. So there is actually 4 of these. There you go. And then 4 of the pink ones. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And there's actually 2 more in here. So let's start with that. Again, I am going to cut off the head here of all of these, and I am saving the string here for later because I don't want to throw it out, because you might get to use that later in another thing, so I am saving that. Oops. Popping these off from both ends and just finding my tacky glue and my tweezers, and then I am supposed to put the green in this one. So I'm just placing a tiny bit of tacky glue in there, and then I am going to place these green ones in there. Like that. And the last one. Taking a tiny bit of the tacky glue and popping that on top of everything. So that is one of the baskets. They have those ribbons you use to make miniature straw hats. Oh yes, 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 yes. I have to look into that. They want me to use the big one for the pink. But yes, I will have to look into that, because I think these small baskets here are pretty cute. And then one more. Okay, this little basket is going to be filled to the top. But that's also a really nice look. There we go. Let me put the lid on here again. So we have the little one with the yellows and the little one with the pinks in, and now I knocked everything over with my glue. Oops, I didn't break anything. In the last one they want me to use the green beads, and I think they're supposed to be kind of apples or something. Let me see, they want me to use 3 of these green beads. 1, 2, 3. There they are. And then some green, wire that is right here. If I can get it out. Come on. There we go. So that's a green wire. And they want me to make 3 pieces of 4 millimeters. That's kind of small. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm sorry, this is so small that it is hard to show you. 2, and the last one. 3. There we go. This time, because last time we made the oranges and the oranges didn't have a hole in them, so it was really difficult to put in these small stems. But this time we have the hole in the beads, so I should be able to take the little piece here, put some glue on there, and then just pop it in the little hole of the bead. They actually kind of look like small green apples. I like this. Next one. And the last one. Pop that in there as well. Just putting on the lid here. So mine are a lot longer than they are here on the picture. They're really tiny here. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm going to cut them in a second. I just want them to dry a bit more. So they want me to make this thing here, and that is a piece of black wire, and then this piece, let me see, and it hangs around the hook as well. So I might use one of those small threads from earlier. Let me see. First of all, I'm just gonna find this little thing. It looks like a waffle maker, I think. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it looks like it. And it's just plain on the other side. So if I could, yes, I can. So I could glue that in place just like I did with the little mitten. Just taking this green part off here in both ends. And I don't know where the other one went. Oh, here on the Y on my keyboard. Taking the lid off here and just popping in a dot of super glue. Again, I use super glue gel. and put both of these small pieces of string in there, hoping not to glue myself to anything again. There it is. That was a quick little one. So that just needs to dry all the way up. So that was one more. It should be some kind of breakfast maker, it says, but it looks a bit like a toaster of some kind. I'm gonna put that to the side. Let's take a look at these small apples here. I want to cut this little stem a bit tinier and without losing anything here, please. So I'm just ripping the stem a bit down here and then just cutting it off like that. Perfect. Taking my super glue, and then they're supposed to go in like on the top of this little basket. Let me see if I can do this. So I need this one to, nope. They only want me to use 3 of these, but I could have used a 4th underneath to make it look a little more full. But here it is with the small apples in there. That actually looks really, really cute. So that's the small baskets with some greeneries and some fruit and vegetables or whatever in there. And cheers. Ah, my voice is getting so dry. So they want me to make these small boxes and bags, and then they want me to make this little shelf. I am going to make the little shelf because I feel like that. I might make the little boxes in another video. We'll see. Or maybe I will make everything else in another live. But I think we are almost about done. Let me take a second. So here we are putting everything together. All of it. We are actually almost done. Let's see how much we will do today. Did I get all of these small gibbers? I think I didn't. And the last one, I got them. There we go. Taking my sandpaper. And then they want me to put on some small things on this little shelf. I don't like this little edge here, so I could paint everything or just something. What do I do? Do I paint it? Because I really don't like this little edge. It is supposed to sit here on top of this little thing. I could paint it white, but I'm afraid that the white would take a longer time to be making this dark line visible. No, not visible. Let me take the white. White. And I was almost knocking over the light now. It's really going well tonight. So I am going to paint this little guy. It might work. Some kids are roller skating outside, so if you can hear that, that's just some of the neighbors' kids, I think. So, just giving yes paint. Yeah. So I'm just gonna make sure that this edge here is going to be all white, because I don't want this brown dark black, more like black colors to show through. I really would like to. So much is happening outside right now. Painting the shelf itself. I might have some more white on here. Yeah, I don't have enough. And these are my favorite colors, these model colors from Vallejo. And I like these small tubes here, and they work just perfect, and you don't need to use a lot, and you can save the rest, and it's not drying up inside the bottle. And yeah, there are so many reasons why these bottles are great. So I'm just gonna use my tweezers to hold it while I paint the rest of it. And I can see this little corner here is still really dark, so I'm just gonna give this little edge here a little more of the paint. There we go. Put that to the side. We don't need that. And we're done with the paint. See if I can place it on my table like that. That works. And I missed a little spot here. No, I did miss a spot there. Caused by the tweezers. And did I do that here as well? I did. There we go. Now it's all white. I like that. That is so much better than the other one. Then we still have these paper bags, but I don't feel like making paper bags right now. So they want me to make a little thing to go over on top of the fridge. So let me do that one. I have the fabric somewhere right here. And I actually like this cherry fabric a lot, so I'm going to use that because I think that is really cute. The flowery here, not so much. What is the white you have on your ring plate? That is actually just a piece of paper. That's a sticker that was on there to the start. It was supposed to be staying on there, but it's ripped as I changed this little. There's this little piece of plastic here on top. That's just a piece of self-adhesive plastic. I have more of these hidden here underneath. I paid for a lot of extra of these pieces of plastic, but you can actually just go and buy your own self-adhesive sticker. You can buy them in white. I think that would be even better. And then when you want to change the plate that you are putting your paint on, you just take a new of these stickers and stick over. And that's why there was a little commercial for the company that made these on this one, but it broke when I took it off, so that's a bit sad, but that's how it is. So now it's clean and I can use it again. So it's actually pretty neat. And then this little piece here is magnetic, so you can just clip that on there and put small pieces of paint in there, so you can mix and match again, maybe here or there. And yeah, I really like this little one. It's a nice little tool. So that was the shelf. We need this one, and it tells me that it needs to be 26. I think that is in millimeter. because 26 centimeter, that is not gonna work here. So 20, that is 2.6 centimeters. That is actually not that long, and that's supposed to go over on top here. I don't think so. No, it's here. 7 centimeters, 7.5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8. I am gonna do 8. So that's this line here. I'm just gonna try to cut that little line there. And then 3.2 centimeters in the width. So 1, 2, 3, and then a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna cut that out. And if possible, as straight as I can. And then down there. And then they tell you to glue up the edge. Okay. Now I need to put the shelf over here, and it's still a tiny bit wet, and I might have to paint it one more time. Smart. Yes, it is really smart. I have one of these small tools here. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of the glue and pop it on the edge of my fabric here. All the way down the side here. That was a bit too much, I think. Or maybe it was perfect. And then just fold that edge over just a tiny bit. That is fiddly, but it's looking good. And the little corner as well. Yay! We did it! Nice. And now the same thing on the other side. So again, gluing down the side. And this was the tacky glue if you didn't see it. I am still working on an advents calendar for YouTube this year, and I hope to be done in time for Christmas, so there will be a little YouTube video for you each day in December, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. I used a lot of time and energy on this one, even though that it is not all Christmassy things, but I hope you guys will enjoy it anyway. So you can now look forward to that. Just a tiny bit of the edge, pushing it down so that the glue can do its work. Yay! And then the edges, or the ends here. Again, popping glue on the edge, making sure I have the corners as well. Sounds cool. Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it is. And I also have ideas for next year, Christmas. So yeah, what can I say? I like Christmas. Fun. Yeah. I hope it will be. And then this little end here, almost out of glue here, so I might have to just take a tiny bit more on my little piece of paper. That is just sticky notes. I'm loving these for putting glue on. It is a very nice tool for that. There we go, and then turn that around and stick it to itself. Whee! I think it is a little wonky, but that's the way it is now. And then they want me to make a tiny pocket on this side of the fridge, so it's supposed to go over here. It's actually too wide. Why is this too wide? I did what they said, so I don't get that. Fridge dust cover. It is supposed to go over here, but it's kind of going a lot over the edge. A little too much. I am going to cut this edge off, and then I will just do another one. So again, gluing the edge. Sorry about that. But I don't want it to be too wide, because that will look really weird. And making sure I get the edge again, and then turning over the fabric. Come on. Yes, much better, much better, much better. And then it fits. Yes, now it fits. I like that. So they want me to make a tiny pocket on this, so I am going to take a piece here, and they say 2.5 centimeters times 12, so that's not much. I'm going to make it a tiny bit wider. Oh, that might be the problem. I did the other one a tiny bit wider on purpose. We want it to fit in here, and it will when I turn over the edges. So more glue. And I think we will stop when I have done this little part here, so everyone can get back to whatever they did before they were doing this with me. So bending over this little side here. There we go. And then over here, bending over this little side here. Tiny bit of glue, popping that in there. Turning this over. They don't actually show how they put it on the fridge. That is kind of weird, but there is a tiny pocket. Oh, you can't see that. But there is a tiny pocket here with something in there. But I think this is a bit too long for a pocket. They actually made it fold up like that, but I don't think that's the right idea, so I am just gonna cut it right there instead, and then glue it just like with the little cloth or dust cover for the fridge. Turn that over, glue it down, and then on the top as well. And turn that over and glue that down. Then I am going to take this little dust cover and the little pocket that I have, and it's going on here, so I need a little more glue, or I have enough maybe. I might have enough here. So I'm going to glue here on the sides of the pockets. at the bottom. This glue is actually really good on fabric, so I like that. I can't believe that I once didn't like this glue at all, but now I am just a huge fan of this glue. So I didn't glue the top part because I want the little pocket to be able to be I want there to be able to be put in small details because they have some paper rolls or something in this little pocket. So I'm just gonna, oops, glue that on there. Let me put that to the side. And let me see what they actually put into the pocket. K7 it says here, K7. So I'm just going back here and looking for K7. 12.7. That's this little one. That is, I think it's a chart over wine. Let me just cut that out real quick. Zop. Putting that to the side, and then cut this little piece here out. Cute. Yes, there are so many details on this one, and it's so tiny. There we go. And they actually rolled it up in the little booklet. Now I need to look at it again. Where it is. Here. They kind of rolled it up, but I was thinking about just leaving it as it is, if I can get it up now. There we go. Just popping it into the pocket like that, maybe. And then have it hanging here over the fridge. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like that. So I'm just gonna pop that real quick into a little tiny bit of the glue and just put it into the little pocket like that. So I want to do a last thing here today. Just take a tiny bit of my tacky glue and squeeze that out here on the top of the fridge. Tiny bit here on the bottom of this little thing in both sides. And then placing it on top and pushing it into the sides here so it is lying really nice. Love the fabric. Yeah, I think this is a cute kitchen fabric. Where the other one with the flowers is not that cute. So let's see, they want us to put something on top of the fridge, so they want this little green thing standing here, whoops, right here. They want the box with the bread here, and then they want one of the small paper bags over here. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to make the bread first, but I think that will end up really nice. Let me show you what we did today. We made this little fridge dust cover. We made the small bags here, baskets with the bread, this little kitchen thingy, the mitten, the little dish. We made the little shelf here. Already, it needs to be painted one more time, but I can do that off camera. The little Tula cutlery set and the little flower. Oh, and yes, the eggs as well. We made that all today. I actually think we made a lot today. So it tells me to make the curtains now. I don't want these curtains. I don't like the fabric. I could make the curtains, but with the striped fabric, that could work. I think we're going to do that next time, and then we can put the house together next time, all the small details, put that together. And I need to make the little basket for the bread, and the bread all done, and the cheese needs to be baked. But then we're actually almost there. Placing, yeah, the bags here, all the paper bags and the folded paper thingies. So now my question to you guys are, do I do the rest of this on a video you can see in the 3rd week in October instead of my live stream, or do you want me to wait with making the rest of this little one to a live stream in November? I think we can do it on one more live stream. Otherwise I should go live on the Wednesday in the next month in October, but I think that will just I really don't like to go live in other days than the 3rd Friday in the month, because I have talked with Aura and with Next Gen and stuff like that, people like that, when they're live. So my Friday is kind of my Friday and they have the other ones, so I don't feel like changing up the day for my lives. So questions: do I do the rest in a video, or do I do it in a live? If you want me to do it in a live, write live, and then I will do it live, but then 1st in November. And you need to speak up. That's a nice smiley, but it's not answering my question. So I will wait on you guys to figure out what you think, a video or a live. Oh, sorry, that's my head right there and everything. I was just cleaning up a tiny bit. Let's see, we have the little table as well. We have this little hook thing, the oranges, tiny picture. We have the little shelf, a sausage, and this little kitchen table. So we are almost done. I'm good, although either way, what is best for you? For me, it doesn't really matter. I can do both. It's always easier to make a video than a live stream, and that's why I like these boxes or kits on my live streams, because then I know what to do in the lives. You say live. Okay, that is settled. I am waiting for that and doing the rest on a live stream in November, and then I will do something else in October. So I will see you in October, just not live, and we will put this together in November, and then it will be done for Christmas, so that will be perfect as well. Anyway, that is all you get from me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun, and it's turning out really nice, so I think we will get there. And I will see you in November for the next live. That's the 3rd Friday in November. I will put the date in this one, in the info box in this one, when I'm done with that. And you will find some pictures of the details on my Facebook later, maybe first tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little session, and I'll see you. Have a nice day. Whoops. Have a nice day.